The Marvel Cinematic Universe has been struggling. Phase 3's Infinity Saga ended well, but Phase 4 feels like an add-on without the same quality. It's full of mediocre content and oversaturation with shows and films, making it feel like homework. The multiverse concept undermines stakes. Time travel diminishes consequences. Marvel's humor has devolved into blatant buffoonery, losing its impact. The She-Hulk TV show is an abomination, insulting both fans and humanity. Black Panther's leadership was squandered for narrative checkboxes. The only billion-dollar post-Endgame movie came from Sony, not Disney's Marvel. Even films ticking all the boxes can't reach $1 billion. Phase 5 intensifies the challenges for the MCU. Ant-Man was supposed to be a turning point, but it disappoints. Kang, the new villain, shines, but everything else falls flat. CGI is overused, characters like Cassie and Janet are poorly written, and there are tonal inconsistencies. Additionally, the introduction of Super Skrulls and twists in Secret Invasion undermines storytelling. Fans often believe that Marvel relies too heavily on CGI. However, that assumption is incorrect, and I'll demonstrate why it doesn't hold true. During Phase 1, Marvel rolled out 6 films within 4 years. Phase 2 saw the same number of films, but compressed into a 2-year span. Phase 3 expanded to 11 films over 3 years. Phase 4 included 7 films and 11 Disney Plus series in just a year and a half. Phase 5 is set to feature a minimum of 6 films within a shorter time frame. Marvel's film production consistently grows each year to meet public demand and boost profits. Consequently, Marvel faces demanding schedules to spread out releases throughout the cinematic calendar, placing significant pressure on VFX companies to deliver a rising number of shots within tight deadlines. However, this isn't necessarily a negative aspect, is it? I mean, more projects should mean more revenue. And naturally, you can always hire additional VFX artists, right? In principle, that's accurate, as long as Marvel is willing to cover the expenses. To illustrate, Iron Man, which debuted in 2008, had under 1,000 VFX shots and a budget of approximately $180 million. In contrast, Guardians of the Galaxy, released in 2014, had a slightly smaller budget of about $170 million, but boasted 3 times the number of VFX shots. Similarly, Thor, Ragnarok of 2017 had a budget in the vicinity of $170 million, accommodating over 2,000 VFX shots. Captain Marvel, released in 2019, also had a budget of around $170 million and over 2,000 VFX shots. Despite the increased demand for VFX shots within shorter timeframes, the budgets have either remained relatively constant or in some cases worsened, considering the rising expenses. So how do VFX companies handle more shots with less time and money? They use workarounds, tech advancements, AI, software, tax benefits, incentives, and cheaper labor. However, these are temporary fixes. VFX faces financial limits. When Marvel makes late changes, there's no time or resources to perfect them, leading to effects seen in She-Hulk, Thor, and Doctor Strange. If CGI isn't the issue, what is? The answer lies in writing. Consider Guardians of the Galaxy as an example. The director and writer James Gunn crafted a story of unlikely heroes with interconnected pasts. He skillfully made us overlook that 2 main characters are CGI by infusing depth and emotion. Recent movies criticized for excessive CGI struggle to forge emotional bonds. Strong character development makes us empathize and engage with the story, shifting focus away from effects. Currently, the Marvel Universe relies heavily on its reputation, with failures mounting slowly. Echo seems to be heading towards being the worst Marvel series. Captain Marvel 2, The Marvels will most likely lose millions. The return of Daredevil might not live up to expectations. Deadpool 3 could signal an endpoint. It seems Thanos was right to snap the reset button. Here's my counsel for Marvel. 1. Scrap out the MCU. 2. Establish a voting poll mechanism to pinpoint fans' preferences accurately. 3. Enlist unique and talented writers like James Gunn. 4. Scale down the number of projects in each phase. 5. Boost the compensation for CGI artists.